We're so happy to be here today with our fellow viewers. My name is Crandall, and this is Myrtle, and we're just so thrilled.
Yeah. I've got to admit, I'm a little nervous about this pack because it's got a long lineage.
It does. We talked about this in the vault.
Yeah, it's got quite a history. And
Would you say it's one of the more intimidating packs you've come across as a picker?
no.
I think the reason why it makes me nervous is because it's kind of like when you're at a dance and you see the most beautiful girl in the room and you really want to go up and talk to her, but you know, last time you did that, she got a restraining order. So it's out of my league almost. When I went to bed last night, I closed my eyes and just wasn't sure if I would ever open them again. But when I remembered we were reviewing Auromere, it just kind of gave me this exhilaration, and I didn't sleep all night. I was just up all night just thinking, can I handle this?
Yeah, and I know you have kind of an odd relationship with cinnamon.
Yeah. It's an uncomfortable subject. But I heard a quote one time from a painter named Ravalozi Semtambian. Open your heart and your dreams will follow.
So let's take a look at this pack. Whoa, I just had a flash. And I think in like 2 or 3 years, I'm just seeing us on boats, like a nice boat. And we each have like really nice boats. But
I don't really do boats.
So if you see this, it's kind of like an honor system. Just Venmo, Pickpackers, however much you see fit.
So should we crack this bad little girl?
Yeah, I mean, neem is not a common type of bark extract that people think about when they think about bark extracts.
Yeah.
Like neem, I think we should probably do like go out on the street with a microphone and like ask each person that passes by if they can tell us what neem is, like what's the origin or...
Yeah, well, it comes from Neiman Marcus.
Oh, that's right.
But I just opened this pack and I can just smell the whiffs. It's like Mama's homemade waffles from upstairs. You can just smell them. It's real. It's
But
real. It's real out here. I can't handle that, man.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you're watching this at home, you need to take a second.
I feel like we should pop these in pretty soon before the picking gods strike us with their wrath.
Say no more.
No more.
Crazy.
Whoa. The crystals on these. They're
This
just
is...
like penetrating like my inner nostril right now.
Oh, man. You know, just a little fact about toothpicks, like, sometimes you get the same brand twice, different times of year, different times
Different
in your
humidity.
life. And sometimes they have a different luster, a different sheen. And this is like the most prime Auromere I've seen.
And another little fact about pick anatomy. This is the shaft, and then this is the tip. So you have the tip, and then you have the shaft, and then you have the grip. And the grip on this, I don't know if you've ever played Widow's chess before. It's like the pieces are very small and skinny, kind of like a starving widow. But this kind of reminds me of how sleek and slender and majestic the queen is in Widow's chess.
I was just at a Korean spa last night, and since I left, I just can't remember anything. And I think it's highly possible that they just wiped my memory.
It sounds nice.
So yeah, I don't know about Widow's chess. But I've heard of Chinese checkers, and
Like you put the little circles in the thing, and you have like the one person is black and one person's red, and then you try to get.
that's a good game too. I think
Four.
that's a different one, but Chinese checkers is kind of a game for the ages.
Like
For
all ages, or
Yeah, I think they say that, and it's
Is it actually all ages? Because I'm trying to get my grandson a little gift for his upcoming, like birthday.
I think it is all ages, and I think it's all religions because it's shaped like the Star of David,
Mm-mm.
and so
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Is it the kind of game you could play with your hands tied behind your back? Because he doesn't have any arms, so I was thinking something, accessible.
so should we pop these in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little territorial about these kinds of decisions, so maybe just give me a minute to kind of come to that on my own. Right, I'm gonna pop mine in if you
Okay.
wanna also make
Dude, let's do it.
your choice to
Hey.
pop yours. Mm. And the cinnamon is just coming. Cinnamon is making me. All right.
This reminds me of a time I was actually visiting a women's prison in Peru. They were expecting me, and I think they were all told that I was going to be there. And I walked out into the visitation area. It was this big cafeteria-looking room, all gray. But the Peruvian jails, I guess, are a little bit more just very vast and open, kind of like the Andes mountain range. And I sat there for about what felt like three hours, but everyone was notified I was going to be there, and no one came out, and I guess they were busy sweeping, and it kind of just woke me up to my place in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it probably showed you, like, why would anyone care what I have to say? Which is
Exactly.
always a good kind of humbling experience. I had a story that was kind of like the opposite of that because people usually really care what I have to say.
So, if you have the luxury of trying one of these with us, and you try it and then you pull it out, there's kind of like a cool test you can do with the light. You kind of just rotate it and see what you see is just really different every time. It's kind of like one of those coffee bean.
Yeah, it's individual.
It's kind of like watching the northern lights.
Yeah. Reminds me of when I was in the Arctic on a seal watch with my great aunt Ethel, and we were just watching the seals on the shoreline, just moaning, and when my aunt stopped moaning, the seals were just all watching us in our primordial form. And yeah, and when I looked at their bodies, they were sleek and very smooth, much like these Auromeres after they've been inside.
So there's a lot of things you could say about label 2. I mean, that's kind of a whole different episode we might have to have, but this brand, Auromere, makes a lot of
sacrifices.
Different products.
Yeah, they should really get into making some sleeping bags, I think, and sort of capitalize on their momentum.
They have the seal, the official seal, not like the animal, but
oh, okay.
The mortar and pestle. I almost want to say mortal because I feel kind of everything crashing down.
I thought you were going to say like Modor and pastels, like the picture I was working on last night of Mordor when...
I gotta see that.
Yeah, I won't give you any spoilers, but...
Well, now that you've mentioned that, I think we should probably be on our way. But before we go, I don't think this would be right to not mention that there's fennel oil in here for any kind of fennel fanatics.
Yeah, I know it's a lot for us to drop that on our viewers right at the last second. What can we say? We like to build the suspense. I mean, this is television, you know, this is Hollywood. But I just want to comment on something you said about Habitat for Humanity, which is that I am personally going to donate to Habitat for Humanity to build a resort in the Philippines only for tourists. So, on that high note, I think we can skedaddle. We can move on with our day, let you move on with your day, start to bring in a new way. It's time to pick who you're going to be as a human being, and we pick you to be with us on our journey as pickers. So keep on picking and